أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, believers. Briefly, allow me to look at the seventh Imam of Shia Imamiyya, those who emulate the 12 Imams. Can allow me to look at the seventh Imam, Imam Musah al-Kadhim alayhi salatu wasalam. Some of the lessons we do learn from him and his brief biography. In Quran chapter 4, verse number 59, we see a verse, obey Allah, Rasul, and those in authority. When it was revealed, Ibn Abbas asks Prophet that who are those whom we have to obey as we obey Allah and as we obey Allah and the Prophet. Who are those in authority? Prophet mentions all of them, starting with Imam Ali alayhi wasalam, and ends by the 12th Imam, Imam Muhammad al-Mahdi. May Allah ease his reappearance. Therefore, we find that Imam Musah al-Kadhim ﷺ is among the 12 successors of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, as we also saw in Sahih Muslim volume 2, page number 238, regarding the immediate legitimate successors of Prophet Muhammad, being Holy Quran and the Ahl Bayt alayhi wasallam. Remember, we also said that only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one responsible for choosing prophets and their immediate successors, Quran chapter 28, verse number 68, and that even though someone who is a successor of prophet himself is not a prophet, like Talut, you understand, King Talut to Nabi Shabunun, King Talut wasn't a prophet, but still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala endorsed him to be the immediate successor of Nabi Shabunun in Quran chapter 2, verse number 246 to 248. That's the same case. We also saw that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala endorsed Ahl Bayt alayhi wasalam to be the immediate successors of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. To go further, the father of Imam Musah al-Kadhim was Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi wasalam. Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, who trained Abu Hanifa, Malik, and others, and they said that Lawla Sanatan la halaka Abu Nu'man, la halaka Nu'man. You understand? Had it not have been those 2 years, whereby we find Imam Abu Hanifa, you understand, and Imam Malik studying for Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, the father of Imam Musah al-Kadhim, they would not have managed, or they would have distracted. The mother of Imam Musah al-Kadhim was from North Africa, called Hamida Khatun. Therefore, this one shows that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, however much created us in colors, the black, the white, but inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. The pious among us is the one, you understand, the respected one, or the pious among us is the one who is most, the respected one, or the one who is nearer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is too much pious. Therefore, we find this respected mother of Imam Musah al-Kadhim, however much she was black, but she was pious, and Imam ended up getting married. However much she was black, but Imam Musah al-Kadhim, you understand, she ended up being the mother of Imam Musah al-Kadhim alayhi. Imam Musah al-Kadhim was born in a place called Abwa, which is between Mecca and Medina. You understand? Imam Musah al-Kadhim passed on at the age of 55 years. His martyrdom or death happened on 25th of Rajab in year 183 Hijriya, and he was martyred in Baghdad, Kadhimain. You understand? The cause of his death was by poison by Abbasid Khalif Harun al-Rashid. You understand? Yeah. Therefore, we find that most of the time Imam spent it in poison. But remember, among the famous saying says that the Imams say that ma minna illa maqtul aw masmum. Nobody of us, we prophets or our immediate successors, like the immediate successors of Prophet Ahl Bayt, nobody passes away unless when is being killed or when is being poisoned. Someone may say, in case you say that the Ahl Bayt understands each and everything, as we saw in Surah Tawbah, verse number 105, that Allah, Prophet, and those the believing ones, the first one is among The first one is being the Al-Bayt, that they do see our actions. Someone may say that, then how come can they accept poison? Remember, there is what we call ajali musamma. Whenever it reaches, it can't be reduced or increased. Number 2, the best death is martyrdom, as we saw in Quran chapter 3, verse number 169 to 170. Finally, if at all we say that then the Imams had to dodge, you understand, their death and the rest, still someone can say that they were after hubbud dunya, just their desires was about worldly desires, which is not true, because the Imams are after worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and satisfying Him, you understand, due to their worship, and they are after worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and getting the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Imam Musah al-Kadhim alayhi salatu wasalam, remember most of his time he spent it in prison in Baghdad and the rest, under the person this Harun al-Rashid had given him to watch over him, called Sindi, the worst creature, you understand. So most of the time he was in prison, and by the time he was in prison, he endorsed, you understand, Wukalai, the ambassadors, his ambassadors, who were in place to answer, you understand, the question is asked by his followers. Number 2, who were in place to collect the khums and zakah. But remember, these Wukalai, some of them ended up changing and following worldly desires. Therefore, by the time Imam Musah al-Kadhim alayhi salatu wasalam passed on, when he passed on Imam Musah al-Kadhim, for them they ended, you understand, at Imam Musah al-Kadhim, and they became the Waqfiyun. Therefore, among the fake, some of the fake sects in the Shia Islam, we have the Waqfiyun, who ended at Imam Musah al-Kadhim due to their worldly desires. For them, they said there is no any more Imam after Imam Musah al-Kadhim alayhi salatu wasalam. Something which contradicts, you understand, with the famous tradition is in Sahih al-Bukhari, which said that Prophet said, yakunu ba'di ithna ashara a'imma aw khalifa aw amira kulluhum min bani Hashim, that after me, Prophet, there will be 12 successors after me, you understand, and all of them will be from my pure lineage, starting with Imam Ali up to Imam Muhammad al-Mahdi. Therefore, in case we see this Waqfiyun ending on Imam Musah al-Kadhim, it will imply that they just followed only 7 Imams. Therefore, they took a wrong path, because the right path said that we have to attach ourselves to 12 Imams of Ahl Bayt, as we saw in Sunni Inc. Yanabi Ulamawadda and Ikmaluddin plus Sahih Muslim volume 2, page number 238, regarding the legitimate successors of Prophet being Holy Quran and Ahl Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. To go further still, in case these people ended at the 7th Imam, these Waqfiyun, you understand, who changed after the death of Prophet Muhammad. Therefore, another thing, in case these people, the Waqfiyun, claim to be Shia and yet they end, you understand, at Imam Musah al-Kadhim alayhi salatu wasalam on the 7th Imam, still we cannot take or believe in them. You understand why? Because if they ended there and they claim to be Shias, we cannot take them. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it clear in Quran chapter 4 verse number 59 regarding the obedience to Allah, Prophet, and those in authority. And those in authority, as we saw in Sunni Inc. Yanabi Ulamawadda and Ikmaluddin, includes 12 Ahl Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, starting with Imam Ali and ending with Imam Muhammad al-Mahdi. We also see that most of the Imams, most of the Ahl Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, who are the immediate successors of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, as we saw in Sahih Muslim volume 2, page number 238, that most of their time were under problems. To go further, we see that there is what we call sabr, that most of these successors of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, the Ahl Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, the immediate success of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as we saw in Sahih Muslim volume 2, page number 238, as we also saw the 12 successors of Prophet Muhammad in Sunni Inc., Ikmaluddin and Yanabi Ulama, starting with Imam Ali and ending with Imam Muhammad al-Mahdi, the 12th Imam. We saw that they faced a lot of challenges. Therefore, they had to become patient. You understand? They had to promote what we call sabr, to have sabr. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is speaking about the different types of sabr, he said that as-sabru thalatha. You understand? As-sabru indal musiba wa sabru ala ta'a. You understand? Wa sabru anil ma'asiyah. Therefore, this sabr is in 3 classes. The first class is indal musiba, as-sabr indal musiba. Brother or sister, I know everyone has got challenges in his own way. They are sick, some people are sick, some people are not employed, some people are looking for children, and the rest. But I assure you that with all these sabr, with these challenges, you understand, and as-sabru ala ta'a, sabr in obedience, that in case maybe you find a challenge waking up for prayers, you have to have this sabr and wake up for prayers. You understand, my brother? You have to pray. Then sabr and al-ma'asiyah, being patient in order not to sin, not to annoy Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Someone has to have all these 3 categories of sabr, as the Al-Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam had them. Remember in Quranic chapter 2, verse number 155, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will test us with a lot of challenges, with fear, sicknesses, each and everything, bad leaders, and the rest here, with poverty, with deduction, or with challenges in our businesses, whereby we find some people losing other businesses. But at the end of the day, he says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ, that good news to those who are patient. You understand? Therefore, however much we have all these challenges, my respected brother, by the end of the day, the good end is at our side. That's why we also see in Surah Al-Inshirah, verse number 6, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that innamal usri yusra. You understand? There is always ease after difficulties. Therefore, we have to be patient. We have to persevere, as our Imams, we are always having sabr. Sabr also makes us to be stronger men. With all these challenges we face in life, makes us to become stronger people. Then we see also among one of the prophets from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Anbiya, verse number 83 to 84. We see Nabi Ayub Allah tested him with a lot of challenges. You understand? His family passed on, he lost his businesses, he became sick, and the rest. But being that he was patient, he persevered. You understand? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the end of the day made all whatever he had lost, he gave them whatever he had lost, he gave him back, his children, his businesses, and the rest. Therefore, in the process of having sabr, you understand, persevering, having patience in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at the end of the day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards us with even whatever we have lost, and even doubles us with each and everything good. Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, he said that as-sabru ra'sul iman. You understand? The head of iman. You understand? What's on top of our iman is sabru. Therefore, with sabru makes us to have complete iman. As-sabru ridha. As-sabru ridha. It's really amazing that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was defining what we call sabr, he said that is the satisfaction with Allah's decree. Whatever Allah decrees for you, sickness, take it. Yet you may be feeling some challenges. By the end of the day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have to grant you the best. Therefore, sabr, we have a sabr. We said that a sabr thalatha. We have 3 categories of sabr. A sabr in dal musiba, sabr in problems. You understand? Was sabr ala ta'a. Sabr, obeying, patient, or persevering, having sabr while worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even though you don't have the ability, but wake up and pray, like Salatun layli, as we saw that it can make you to achieve whatever you want in Quran chapter 17 verse number 79. Therefore we also say that the third category of sabr, that as-sabr and al-ma'asiyah, in order not to sin. The only people who had or maintained all these three categories of sabr were Ahl Bayt alayhim salatu wasalam, like as-sabr and al-ma'asiyah, not to sin. The Ahl Bayt were purified in Quran chapter 33 verse number 33. Therefore we have to attach ourselves to them in order to become pious, in order to achieve everything good, as we saw that they were the immediate successors of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam in Sahih Muslim volume 2 page number 238, my respected brother and sister. We also see that this Imam Musah al-Kadhim alayhi salatu wasalam, among his names is called Babul Hawaij. You understand? Yeah, the door of people's haja. Yes, we said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said that Udu'una astajib lakum, Surah Al-Ghafir verse number 60, that call upon me and I answer you. But in the process of, you understand, worshipping him, himself said that in Quran chapter 5 verse number 35, that ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wabtagu ilayhi alwasila, that in the process of worshipping him, believing in him, we have to attach ourselves to some other things like Holy Quran. First read the Holy Quran before you worship, because it will guide you. Then we have to attach ourselves to Ahl Bayt alayhim salatu wasalam in the process of worshipping, such that they can teach us how to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 2, so that they can also intercede for us before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as also some sinful, as also some sahabas who had sinned went to Prophet in order to intercede for them, as also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded some sinful sahabas, some of them who sinned, you understand, in Quran chapter 4 verse number 64, to go to Prophet to intercede for them. Unfortunately, most of them refused, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Munafiqun verse number 5 to 6 said that yasudduna wa ra'aytahum yasudduna wa hum mustakbirun, they were just seen being people of pride, you understand, and even changing their faces away from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Munafiqun verse number 6 ends the verse by saying lan yaghfir Allah lahum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never forgive them because they refused Prophet's intercession. Therefore, Imam Musah al-Kadhim alayhi salatu wasalam, being that is Babul Hawaij, the door of people's haja, you understand, we have to attach ourselves to them, or to them Ahl Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. Reason being, as Prophet was mercy to all creatures in Quran chapter 21 verse number 107, also Ahl Bayt becomes mercy to people who can intercede for us. Reason being, if they are the immediate successors of Prophet, also we say that the immediate successors succeeds the responsibilities of the late. If Prophet was interceding for his people, also these people can intercede for their followers. Someone may say, but they are dead, how come they can intercede for us? We say no. If someone dies, he keeps perceiving each and everything. You understand? In Quran chapter 3 verse number 169 to 170, my respected brother and sister. Another thing we do learn from Imam Musah al-Kadhim, Imam Musah al-Kadhim was named Kadhim because Kadhim means someone who restrains his anger. Someone who restrains his anger. In Quran chapter 3 verse number 132 to 134, meaning someone who restrains his anger. You understand? Therefore, we have to copy this from Imam in order to be forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as he promises that those people who restrain their anger, who sacrifices the little they have, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have to give them maghfirah, everything good, as we saw that among the merits of maghfirah, rain, rizq, being forgiven, and changing all our good actions into good, getting paradise, each and every thing good in Surah Nuh verse number 10 to 12. Therefore, whoever's got this, kindly share to others. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.